For generations, farmers depended on one thing above all else: power, the power to break new ground, pull heavy loads, and work from sunrise to sunset without fail. And while modern tractors are marvels of computer-controlled efficiency, there was a golden era when raw horsepower, simple mechanics, and bulletproof reliability ruled the fields. We're talking about vintage farm tractors that were so incredibly powerful, so over-engineered and built to last, that many are still working today, decades after they first turned soil. These weren't delicate machines, they were iron workhorses designed to handle the toughest jobs agriculture could throw at them. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most powerful vintage farm tractors ever built. From American muscle to European innovation, each one of these machines earned legendary status in farming communities around the world. Whether you're a farmer, a collector, or just someone who appreciates incredible engineering, buckle up, let's dive in. Number 10, John Deere 4020. Coming in at number 10 is the iconic John Deere 4020, a tractor that defined an entire generation of American farming. Introduced in 1964, the 4020 wasn't just powerful, it was the right combination of strength, versatility, and reliability that farmers had been waiting for. The 4020 packed a 6-cylinder diesel engine producing between 84 and 95 horsepower, depending on the specific configuration. Now, that might not sound massive compared to later machines, but in the mid-1960s, this was serious pulling power. What made the 4020 truly special was its advanced transmission. John Deere offered both a standard synchro range transmission and an optional power shift, giving operators unprecedented control over their work. Weighing approximately 8,400 pounds in its standard configuration, the 4020 hit the sweet spot for medium to large farms. It was big enough to handle serious field work, plowing, disking, planting, but nimble enough for everyday farm tasks. The 3-point hitch could lift over 5,000 pounds, and the hydraulic system was powerful and responsive, making implement changes quick and efficient. From cornfields in Iowa to wheat country in Kansas, the 4020 became the workhorse of choice for progressive farmers throughout the 1960s and early 1970s. Operators loved its comfortable seating, excellent visibility, and that distinctive sound of Deere's reliable diesel engine. Production ran until 1972, and by then over 184,000 units had rolled off the assembly line. Even today, the restored 4020s command premium prices at auctions, and you'll still spot them working on farms where reliability matters more than fancy electronics. It's a testament to John Deere's engineering excellence. They built a tractor that farmers trusted with their livelihoods. Number 9, International Harvester 1066. At number 9, we have the International Harvester 1066, a tractor that represented IH's answer to the growing demand for serious row crop power in the late 1960s. Introduced in 1971, the 1066 was part of International's legendary 66 series, and it quickly became a favorite among farmers who needed muscle. The 1066 featured a turbocharged 6-cylinder diesel engine producing approximately 125 horsepower at the PTO. This was substantial power for its time, and International's engineering team made sure every bit of that strength translated to practical field performance. The tractor weighed around 13,500 pounds, giving it excellent traction for heavy pulling applications. What really set the 1066 apart was International Harvester's attention to operator comfort and control. The cab, when optioned, provided better protection from the elements than most competitors offered. The transmission choices included both manual and torque amplifier options, and the hydraulic system could handle multiple remote cylinders simultaneously, making it perfect for complex implement setups. International Harvester designed the 1066 specifically for serious farmers working large acreage. From heavy plowing in the Great Plains to running large planters in the Midwest, this tractor proved it could handle sustained hard work. The cooling system was robust, the final drives were heavy-duty, and the rear differential could take tremendous loading without complaint. Production continued until 1976, and during that time, the 1066 built a reputation for dependability that International Harvester owners still talk about today. The distinctive red paint, the reliable farmall heritage, and the straightforward mechanics made it a tractor that farmers could maintain themselves. Though International eventually exited the farm equipment business, machines like the 1066 proved they knew how to build tractors that worked. Many 1066 have logged over 10,000 hours and are still pulling implements today. That's the kind of durability that earns respect. Number 8. Massey Ferguson 1155. Moving up to number 8, we're looking at the Massey Ferguson 1155, a tractor that showcased what happened when a global manufacturer decided to compete head-to-head with American power. Introduced in 1974, the 1155 was Massey Ferguson's entry into the high horsepower market, and it made quite an impression. The 1155 featured a Perkins Hawaii 8 diesel engine producing around 140 horsepower. Serious muscle packaged in Massey's distinctive red and silver livery. This wasn't just a bigger version of their smaller tractors. It was purpose-built for large-scale farming operations. The engine's V8 configuration provided smooth power delivery and impressive torque characteristics that farmers appreciated during heavy pulling. Weighing approximately 15,000 pounds, the 1155 had the mass to put its power to the ground effectively. Massey Ferguson equipped it with their multi-power transmission, which essentially gave operators a wide range of gear choices for matching speed precisely to the job at hand. Whether you were pulling a heavy plow at low speeds or running road gear to the next field, the transmission had you covered. What made the 1155 particularly interesting was Massey Ferguson's global perspective, features and refinements that came from their experience in European and Commonwealth markets made their way into this North American machine. The hydraulic system was sophisticated, the three-point hitch was robust, and the operator station provided surprisingly good comfort for long days in the field. The 1155 found its home on large grain farms and cattle operations where versatility mattered, from pulling heavy equipment to running large balers. This tractor proved that Massey Ferguson understood what working farmers needed. Production continued through the late 1970s, and the 1155 developed a loyal following among farmers who appreciated its combination of power and refinement. Today, well-maintained examples are prized by collectors who recognize the 1155 as representing Massey Ferguson at the peak of their capabilities. Number 7. Case 1570. At number 7, we're spotlighting the Case 1570, a tractor that exemplified the spirit of '76 era when American manufacturers were pushing horsepower to new levels. Introduced in 1976, the 1570 was Case's answer to farmers demanding more power in a versatile package. The 1570 packed a turbocharged six-cylinder diesel engine, producing approximately 180 horsepower. This was substantial pulling power, and Case engineered the entire drivetrain to handle that strength reliably. The tractor weighed around 18,000 pounds, providing excellent stability and traction for heavy fieldwork. What distinguished the 1570 was Case's innovative approach to operator comfort and control. The cab design was ahead of its time, with excellent visibility in all directions, comfortable seating, and controls positioned logically for reduced operator fatigue. The transmission offered multiple speed ranges, and the shuttle shift option made loader work and frequent direction changes much easier. Case designed the 1570 for serious production agriculture. The hydraulic system could power multiple remote cylinders simultaneously, the three-point hitch had excellent lift capacity, and the PTO provided smooth, reliable power for demanding implements. From running large grain drills to pulling chisel plows through heavy soil, the 1570 proved it was up to the challenge. The distinctive desert sunset paint scheme, that warm orange color that became synonymous with Case, made the 1570 instantly recognizable across farm country. From the Corn Belt to wheat country, these tractors became trusted partners for farmers expanding their operations during the agricultural boom of the late 1970s. Production ran until the early 1980s, and during that time, the 1570 established Case's reputation for building powerful, reliable tractors. Many are still working today, testament to the solid engineering that went into every component. The 1570 represents an era when American tractor manufacturers understood that farmers needed both power and dependability, and delivered both. Number 6. Ford TW35. Number 6 brings us to the Ford TW35, a tractor that proved the Blue Oval could compete with anyone in the high horsepower market. Introduced in 1979 as part of Ford's TW series, the TW35 represented a significant leap forward for a company better known for utility tractors. This beast featured a turbocharged 6-cylinder diesel engine, producing approximately 194 horsepower at the PTO. Ford didn't just bolt a bigger engine into an existing frame, they engineered the TW35 from the ground up to handle serious power. The tractor weighed around 19,000 pounds, and every component was sized appropriately for sustained heavy work. What made the TW35 particularly impressive was Ford's engineering attention to detail. The transmission offered excellent gear spacing, the hydraulic system was powerful and responsive, and the operator station provided surprising comfort for a tractor of this era. Ford equipped the TW35 with their dual-power transmission, which essentially doubled the number of available gears, giving operators precise speed control for any situation. The TW35 found its market among large-scale grain farmers and custom operators who needed maximum productivity. From pulling wide cultivators to running large combines, this tractor proved that Ford understood the demands of serious agriculture. The cooling system was robust enough to handle sustained full-throttle work, and the final drives were engineered to take the punishment of heavy loads day after day. Ford's distinctive blue and white paint scheme made the TW35 stand out in any field. From the Great Plains to the Canadian prairies, these tractors earned respect for their ability to keep working when the job got tough. Though Ford eventually sold their tractor division to New Holland, the TW35 remains a high point in their agricultural heritage, a machine that proved they could build serious farming power when they set their minds to it. Number 5. Steiger Panther Series. Coming in at number 5 is something truly special. The Steiger Panther Series, representing the American tradition of custom-built, articulated four-wheel drive power. Founded by brothers Douglas and Maurice Steiger in the 1950s, Steiger Manufacturing built tractors specifically for farmers who needed maximum pulling power. The Panther series, introduced in the 1970s, featured various engine options, but the most powerful configurations produced over 250 horsepower from Detroit diesel or Cummins power plants. These weren't ordinary tractors. They were purpose-built pulling machines designed for the largest farms in toughest conditions. Operating weights exceeded 30,000 pounds, and that mass, combined with four-wheel drive articulated design, meant traction that conventional tractors simply couldn't match. What made Steiger tractors truly special was their heavy-duty construction. Every component was oversized and built to last. The frames were massive, the axles were custom-built, and the drivetrain components could handle sustained abuse that would destroy lesser machines. Steiger offered multiple transmission choices, but all focused on converting maximum engine power into practical field performance. The articulated steering design gave these giants surprising maneuverability despite their size. Instead of front wheels turning like conventional tractors, the entire tractor pivoted in the middle, providing a tight turning radius and excellent control. The hydraulic system could power the largest implements, and the drawbar pull numbers were staggering. These tractors could pull equipment combinations that required multiple conventional tractors. Steiger painted their tractors in distinctive lime green, making them instantly recognizable across the northern Great Plains and Canadian wheat country. From breaking virgin prairie to pulling deep tillage equipment through heavy clay, Steiger Panthers proved that sometimes you need purpose-built power. Though Steiger was eventually acquired by Case IH, the legacy of these tractors lives on. Many vintage Steigers are still working today, still pulling heavy loads, still proving that quality engineering endures. For farmers who needed maximum pulling power in the vintage era, nothing matched a Steiger. Number 4. John Deere 8630. At number 4, we're looking at the John Deere 8630, a tractor that represented Deere's serious entry into the four-wheel drive articulated market. Introduced in 1970, the 8630 was John Deere's answer to farmers who needed maximum power with the reliability of the green and yellow brand. The 8630 featured a turbocharged V8 diesel engine producing approximately 275 horsepower. This was serious muscle, and John Deere engineered every aspect of this machine to handle that power reliably. Operating weight approached 32,000 pounds, and the articulated four-wheel drive design meant that weight translated directly into traction and pulling capability. What set the 8630 apart was Deere's legendary attention to quality and dealer support. While other manufacturers were building powerful tractors, John Deere combined that power with their reputation for reliability and their extensive dealer network. When an 8630 needed service, parts and expertise were readily available, a huge advantage for farmers in remote areas. The transmission offered excellent gear spacing for both field work and transport, and the hydraulic system could handle multiple remote cylinders simultaneously. Deere equipped the 8630 with a comfortable calm that protected operators from the elements and reduced fatigue during long days running large equipment. The visibility was excellent for such a large machine, and the controls were positioned logically and responded precisely. John Deere designed the 8630 for the largest farming operations and custom work. From pulling wide field cultivators to running the biggest planters available, this tractor proved it could maintain productivity all season long. The cooling system could handle sustained full-throttle operation, and the drivetrain components were sized to take continuous heavy loading. The distinctive John Deere green and yellow paint scheme made the 8630 instantly recognizable, and it became a status symbol among farmers who could afford the best. From the wheat fields of Montana to the corn country of Illinois, the 8630 established itself as the benchmark against which other articulated tractors were measured. Production continued until 1982, and many 8630s logged tens of thousands of hours while maintaining their reliability. That's the John Deere difference: power combined with legendary dependability. Number 3. Case IH Steiger 7 Neuro. Breaking into our top 3 at number 3 is the Case IH Steiger 7 Neuro, a machine that combined Case IH's agricultural expertise with Steiger's legendary four-wheel drive engineering. After Case IH acquired Steiger in 1986, they began building tractors that took the best of both companies' philosophies. The 9370 featured a massive Cummins N14 diesel engine producing approximately 360 horsepower. This wasn't just powerful, it was purpose-built for the largest farming operations in North America. Operating weight exceeded 40,000 pounds, and every component was engineered to handle sustained maximum effort work. What made the 9370 truly exceptional was how Case IH refined Steiger's proven four-wheel drive articulated design. The transmission offered excellent speed ranges for both field and transport work, and the hydraulic system could power even the most demanding implements. Case IH equipped the 9370 with a comfortable, quiet cab that made long days more bearable. And the controls were intuitive and responsive. The articulated steering provided excellent maneuverability despite the tractor's massive size, and the four-wheel drive system ensured maximum traction in all conditions. Whether pulling through heavy clay or working sandy soils, the 9370 put its power to the ground effectively. The cooling system was designed for sustained full-throttle operation, and the drivetrain could handle continuous heavy loading without complaint. Case IH painted the 9370 in their distinctive red livery, and these tractors became the workhorses of choice for large-scale grain operations and custom work across the Great Plains and Canadian prairies. From pulling 60-foot field cultivators to running the largest air seeders available, the 9370 proved that combining Case IH's agricultural knowledge with Steiger's four-wheel drive expertise created something special. Though newer models have since replaced the 9370, many are still working today, still pulling heavy loads, still proving their worth season after season. For farmers who needed maximum power combined with reliability, the 9370 represented the pinnacle of what was possible in vintage four-wheel drive tractor design. Number 2, Big Bud 747. Taking the number 2 spot is something truly legendary. The Big Bud 747, the largest farm tractor ever built. Constructed in 1977 by the Northern Manufacturing Company in Haver, Montana, this massive machine was custom-built for the Rossi Brothers cotton farm in California, and it remains an icon of agricultural engineering. The Big Bud 747 featured a Detroit diesel 16V92T engine, producing approximately 760 horsepower. Yes, you read that right. Over 700 horsepower from a farm tractor built in the 1970s. This wasn't just the most powerful, it was in a category all its own. Operating weight exceeded 100,000 pounds. That's 50 tons of pure pulling power. What made the Big Bud truly exceptional was its purpose-built design. Northern Manufacturing engineered every component specifically for this machine. The frame was massive, constructed from heavy steel to handle the enormous forces involved. The tires were custom-made by Firestone, 8 feet tall and weighing 2,500 pounds each. The articulated design provided maneuverability, and the four-wheel drive system ensured all that power translated into practical field performance. The Big Bud was designed for one job: pulling the largest implements across vast acreage as efficiently as possible. Working the Rossi brothers' 50,000-acre cotton operation, it could pull a 60-foot cultivator and cover more ground in a day than multiple conventional tractors combined. The fuel tank held 1,000 gallons, because when you're working that much land, you don't want to stop for refueling. The cab was spacious and relatively comfortable for the era, and the controls, while basic by modern standards, were effective and reliable. The hydraulic system could power the largest implements, and the drawbar pull capacity was measured in tens of thousands of pounds. Painted in distinctive green and white, the Big Bud 747 became famous throughout the agricultural world. After its initial service in California, it eventually found its way to Montana, where it continued working. Today, it's been restored and occasionally appears at farm shows, where it still turns heads and drops jaws. The Big Bud 747 represents the ultimate expression of bigger is better in American agriculture. A machine that pushed the boundaries of what was possible and proved that sometimes extreme engineering is exactly what's needed. Number 1. Versatile 1156. And taking the number 1 spot on our list is the Versatile 1156, a tractor that represents the pinnacle of vintage articulated four-wheel drive power combined with practical engineering excellence. Built by Versatile Manufacturing in Winnipeg, Canada, and introduced in the 1980s, the 1156 was designed specifically for the demanding conditions of large-scale grain farming in North America. The 1156 featured a Cummins NTA 855 diesel engine producing approximately 470 horsepower at the flywheel. This was massive, reliable power from one of the most respected engine manufacturers in the world. Operating weight approached 48,000 pounds, and Versatile engineered every component to handle that power reliably, season after season. What made the 1156 truly exceptional was Versatile's engineering philosophy. Unlike some manufacturers who focus solely on maximum horsepower, Versatile built the 1156 to be a practical working machine. The articulated four-wheel drive design provided excellent maneuverability and traction. The transmission offered well-spaced gears for both field work and transport. The hydraulic system could power multiple remote cylinders simultaneously while maintaining precise control. Versatile equipped the 1156 with a comfortable, well-designed cab that protected operators during long days and harsh conditions. The visibility was excellent in all directions, the controls were positioned logically, and the sound insulation made communication and concentration easier. For farmers working 12-hour days during critical planting or harvesting windows, these details mattered enormously. The cooling system was designed for sustained operation in extreme temperatures, crucial for machines working the northern Great Plains and Canadian prairies, where summer heat and dust can destroy lesser equipment. The final drives were heavy-duty, the axles were oversized, and the frame was built to handle decades of hard work and without cracking or failing. Versatile painted the 1156 in their distinctive red and yellow livery, and these tractors became trusted workhorses across grain country. From pulling 50-foot cultivators to running massive air seeders, the 1156 proved it could handle anything farmers threw at it. The fuel efficiency was impressive for such a powerful machine, and the reliability meant minimal downtime during critical seasons. What really sets the 1156 apart is its legacy. Versatile understood that farmers needed more than just horsepower. They needed dependability, serviceability, and engineering that would last. Many 1156s have logged over 20,000 hours and are still working today, still pulling heavy implements, still proving their worth. That's not just good engineering, that's exceptional engineering. Versatile eventually became part of other corporations, but the 1156 remains a high point in their history. It represents what happens when engineers listen to farmers, build machines for real-world conditions, and refuse to compromise on quality. When you needed maximum power, maximum reliability, and a machine that would work season after season without fail, nothing could match the versatile 1156. It was and remains the ultimate vintage farm tractor. And there you have it, the top 10 most powerful vintage farm tractors ever built. From the versatile John Deere 4020 to the legendary versatile 1156, these machines represent the golden age of agricultural engineering. Each one pushed boundaries, solved real farming challenges, and helped feed the world during a critical period of agricultural development. They're reminders that before GPS guidance and computer controls, engineers and manufacturers built incredible machines through pure mechanical excellence and deep understanding of what farmers needed. Which one impressed you the most? Do you have experience operating any of these legendary tractors? Maybe your family farm still has one working? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing stories from people who actually work these machines. And if you enjoyed this journey through tractor history, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with fellow farming enthusiasts, and subscribe for more deep dives into the machines that built modern agriculture. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.